Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're able to be a little more explicit, a little more uncensored, and share content freely without running the risk of having our channel terminated. So, once again, make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers. So if you like this video, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. Now let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, y'all say it ain't so, right? We're going to call this one here grand opening, grand closing. This is something that's straight out of one of those true crime episodes or something, because it looked like it is trouble in paradise, and it would strike the op couple of the year, THF Mooda and Blasian. Now, it's a lot going on today. We got THF Mooda apologizing for dissing Blasian mother, which occurred yesterday, and everybody was confused because it came left field. Now, we did a video on it, and we explained that it's a little too late to be apologizing for dissing her mother because they done got into a whole relationship. They done moved into a brand new house together. They looked like they were doing their thing. So you would think that the first talk or the first conversation between the two, they would discuss the past issues going on between the two, knowing that they both represent opposite sides. Not to mention, Mooda knows that he was dissing this girl's mother plenty of times in the past. So why would he think to make it a priority to speak on it? And once they say whatever they got to say, if they still rock with each other, then they can move on. But then again, I'm confused as to how in the world Blasian went all this time without knowing that Mooda dissed her mother plenty of times in the past on more than one occasion. Now let's get into what's going on, because now everything is starting to make sense, down to the random apology that Mooda put out yesterday that had everybody confused. Now Mooda will post his story saying, quote, "Public apology to my lady and her loved ones who I might have offended by doing what I thought was cool during the start of the drill culture. God has his own way of putting a spin to things so that you remain true to yourself in all. The media helped me clean my hands on the situation and stand on morals as a man, so I corrected it. Y'all can't break a solid foundation." Then the next slide, he would say, quote, "Post flower emojis for her and her mom anywhere on her profile for me at I am Blasian." Now, I guess so much for the solid foundation that he thought was solid. Now, we stated that yesterday in the previous video that they're a little too far along for him to now be apologizing, right? And on top of that, when he put out the apology Blasian never replied to, you would think that if she was aware of him apologizing publicly for something like that, then she would respond publicly also in a sweet manner, being that her man is pouring his heart out for the world to see. However, we didn't see none of that. In fact, she didn't respond at all. But that was the first red flag. Here's where the plot thickens, because we will later find out, thanks to Chirac Humor 2 on Instagram, the reason why Mooda would apologize out the blue is because Blasian herself is just now finding out all the crazy things THF Mooda would say about her mother in the past. Now, Chirac Humor 2 will repost a Throwback Thursday post involving the tweets that Mooda would tweet back in 2015, dissing 757 Cess, aka Blasian mom, where he would say things like, quote, "Smoking all this cess for Vindog, 100 emoji. Smoking cess to ease the stress. Smoking cess with my brothers at space THF46 and at Drizzy LaFlair. And all I smell around me is Snoop, cess, etc." Now, I'm sure they didn't repost it with the intentions of starting anything, because I know them, including myself, felt like Blasian and Mooda already probably had that conversation and it's past them. But I guess we were wrong, because someone would tag Blasian into the post of the tweets. Blasian would reply as if she was shocked herself, asking, quote, "Whose IG is this?" Now, whatever happened after that, I'm assuming she addressed the issue with Mooda, because that's when we got the apology that he put out there afterwards and we was all confused about. But the damage was already done, because like we were all saying in the beginning, it's no way someone would dish your deceased parent and you decide to be in a whole relationship with them out of all the people in the world, man. But I'm still lost at the fact that Blasian went all this time without knowing that Mooda dissed her mother in the past, whether it was songs, tweets, the whole 9 yards. And everybody else knew, everybody else was saying it in the beginning, so how didn't she know? And this is why in the beginning, everyone, including us, thought she was just trying to backdoor him or vice versa, but come to find out, she really just didn't know. That's the crazy part. Now, after a day go by, a screenshot will suddenly surface on social media of what people are claiming to be Blasian trying to backdoor her ex-boo thing of less than 24 hours, as someone will post a screenshot of Blasian messages with someone trying to set everything up. Blasian is allegedly the blue, as the messages would say, quote, "You know that. Finna share my low. Finna go get my ish from Mooda crib. He talking about shooting me and all that. Say less, on gutter." Time would go by, she would take her location off, then whoever it was would reply, "You back." She said how? "I shared my low all the way till I got back home, then I cut it off." He said 55th right, and where you at? Now at first I thought this was maybe done by Mooda exposing her messages because it was a screenshot and the messages was blue as if it came from her phone. Also, if you pay attention, she shared her location with someone named Big Woo at 1 in the morning, and I'm assuming she probably met up with Mooda but turned it off when she got back home because it made no sense at that point. I'm not saying that's exactly how it went, but judging from the messages, that's just what it seemed like. I don't know. Now, Blasian will also post a cryptic message to her Instagram story as she would say, quote, "Some ish you just can't come back from. 100 emoji." Blasian will also take to her Facebook with some more cryptic messages as she would say, quote, "I thought I had to handle her, but after what I saw, I had to handle it." Laughing emoji. Now, if you pay attention to the handler part, you know that most of the guys in THF 46 refer to themselves as handlers, as Bezu can oftenly be seen on social media referring to his guys as handlers. But that was a little sneak shot at Mooda, I guess, and just a play on words. But that's pretty much it for now. I'm still in shock that it got this far, and Blasian really didn't know that the man she was supposedly in love with really called himself smoking on her mother. But it's kind of weird because they had a point to where feelings are involved, emotions are involved. You know, it's a lot of things involved. So how do you just drop that now? You know, over something that been happened, over something that I thought they was both aware of or they talked about, but I'm assuming they didn't. And y'all know I never agree with anybody dissing the dead, and it seemed like this time it came back to bite Mooda in the end because I genuinely think he liked her, right? Or loved, liked, whichever one. He done went against his whole squad for her, even Bezu. So he definitely liked her, but it's crazy because when you think about it, he already not good with most of the THF members because he was dating her and he was riding with her so hard. And now that he's not even with her anymore, and she even went as far as getting him backdoored, it's like he just took 2 L's in one. You know, so what do the man do, man? I don't know. It's looking like Bezu was right the whole time. And it's also looking like Crip Mac was right the whole time when he told Blasian before that was a Mickey, Tricky, Vicky, whatever situation he was referring to.
That's a Mickey and Tricky situation. Blasian Dog, you getting your opposition from an opposition out there in Chicago from where you from. Come on, cuz. Think smart, beautiful six. Think smart. You either gonna backdoor cuz or cuz gonna backdoor you. That's a Mickey and Tricky situation. If you was my home girl in my King Five Fingers voice, you would have been got put off in that baby snaps 55th Street.
That's pretty much it, man. Y'all jump in the comments. Let me know how y'all feel about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. And I'm out.